Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to mount a TV on the wall. And the specific type of wall mount that I will be using is this right here, which is basically a swivel wall mount. So it will allow me to swivel the TV and change the direction of the TV once it has been mounted on the wall. Now the process is pretty simple and I will go through it with you in detail as I do it, but for the most part these two brackets will mount on the TV, on the back of the TV. This piece will mount onto the wall, and then I will be able to mount the TV onto this piece using these brackets. So these brackets go on the TV, this goes on the wall, and then I can mount the TV onto that piece using these brackets. So the first thing that I am going to do is take these brackets and bring them over to the TV with the appropriate hardware. And I have already picked out the specific screws that I will need. All right. And I'm going to mount these brackets onto the back of the TV. I'm going to apologize right now in advance for the poor lighting in this room. It's fairly dark outside and there are no overhead lights in this room, so the video quality with regards to lighting might not be the best. Now the one thing that I have to speak about before I actually mount these is the orientation of mounting them. So, and like I said, for each individual TV wall mount that you buy, this might be somewhat different, but for the most part, and it's just shown in the manual, but for the most part, you can see that there's a hook right here. Now these hooks, the hook portion of this bracket will go towards the top of the TV because the TV will be sitting on that mount, and this hook is one of the things that will hold it in place. Then there is also a screw at the bottom here that will hold the bottom in place. So in this case, the hook goes on top of the TV and the screw goes at the bottom of the TV when I am mounting these on the back of the TV. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down and I'm going to mount these brackets. Alright, so as you can see, I have mounted the brackets onto the back of the TV, and the next step is to mount this piece right here onto the wall. Now I have already taken all of the measurements and measured out where I want to mount that on the wall, the specific location, and this is basically how I will be mounting it. I tried using a stud finder to find the stud because obviously you need a lot of support for a TV, so you should be screwing into a stud if possible. And I tried to find the stud, but the stud finder was acting up, so I knew that the TV would be covering this, and I'll probably patch it up with some drywall compound anyways, but I found the stud right here. So basically, I know the height of where I want the piece to be sitting on the wall, and I know where the stud is, so I know exactly where I want it to sit with regards to the width. So I am going to hold that piece onto the wall and use that level over there to make sure that it is completely level. Then I am going to use a pencil to mark off the places where I will be installing screws. Then I will use this drill with the appropriate size drill bit to create some pilot holes for those screws where I had marked off. And then once those pilot holes have been drilled, I am going to mount that piece onto the wall using a simple screwdriver to install the screws. So that is the process for the most part of getting that piece over there onto the wall, and I will be putting the camera down and filming myself as I do it. So as you can see, I have marked off the spots where I will be installing the screws. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, and I have also drilled pilot holes for the screw installation. So the next thing that I am going to do is hold that piece, the actual wall mount, up onto the wall and install these 3 screws into place, and that will allow the wall mount to be securely mounted to the wall. And once again, just to verify, when I was drilling these pilot holes, I could feel that I was drilling into a wall stud. So that is another sign that the wall mount will be really, really secure. So I'm going to put the camera down and get this TV wall mount in place. Okay, so as you can see, I have mounted the unit onto the wall, and it's pretty cool. I do have to say, it's awesome. It swivels just like that. It's really awesome. I think it's really going to look good once everything has been completely mounted. So the next step is to actually get the TV and mount it onto that piece right there. Now to do that, I basically just have to lift it into place and get this top hook portion over here over the top of the mount and hooked onto the mount. And then the bottom portion will slide into place, and then all that I have to do is tighten these screws, one on each side. And that's basically it. The TV will be mounted. So once again, I'm going to place the camera down and I'm going to lift this TV up into place and finish mounting the TV onto the wall. Okay, so I've hooked the TV into place, and now I'm just using the screwdriver to tighten the screws at the back of the TV, on the bottom portion of the back of the TV. And there you have it. I have mounted the TV on the wall. It looks fantastic. It is in the exact place that I want it to be. It is completely secure on the wall, and it can swivel if I need to put it on an angle or get behind it to connect some cords and so forth. The process wasn't difficult at all. The one definite tip that I can give you is to make sure that you are securing the wall mount to the wall extremely securely. Because the last thing that you want is to put the TV on the wall and then it comes crashing down because the wall mount wasn't secure enough. So just as I said before, the process is fairly simple, and if you want to mount a TV on your wall, just follow the steps in this video and you'll be good to go. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.